Here we go. Hey, XANGO Nation, it's Ryan Anderson coming to you live from the corporate office. I'm excited. We got a lot of things going on. We have had people in the office all week. It's definitely been exciting and fun to be able to see and experience and see the excitement from, all over the U.S. and as well as international markets. We also started our first WWT weekly webinar trainings with the Europe and South Africa markets on Wednesday yesterday with General Manager of those regions, Brian Gallagher. It was great fun. It's exciting to be able to see these. These trainings are starting to pop up all over, so it's definitely exciting to be able to see that. And so tonight is the first Thursday of the month. This is our Getting Started training. So this is going to be a recap for some of you, for those of you who are brand new, for those of you who are guests on the webinar tonight, welcome. Definitely exciting to have you guys here. We're going to go over kind of what it takes to be able to get started with the Power of Three with XANGO. What is the Power of Three? The Power of Three is a systematic approach to help you guarantee success within the XANGO business. And that's something, if you guys wasn't looking for success in the XANGO business, you probably wouldn't be on the webinar with us tonight or listening to this recording in the future. But having said that, we are definitely excited to have you guys here to be able to find out a little bit more about what XANGO is, what we have to offer, the lifestyle, what XANGO truly is, and how we represent what this company is and what it represents to people, millions of people around the world, and a little bit of an insight as to who we are and how we're helping people evolve and live the lifestyle, not only that they want, but the lifestyle that they deserve. And so in true fashion, as we get started tonight, I'd like to start off with a quote. This one is by St. Francis. It's something that I think as you read it, it makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like one of those, well, yeah, moments, but it's something that I think it is a true principle. Start by doing what is necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you're doing the impossible. And that's truly, as we start these journeys of our life, as we start improving, as we start the progress. John Maxwell, you guys have heard me say this quote a million times, says that complacent people are already dead, they just haven't made it final yet. And that's really, in life, we have to always strive to get better, regardless of where we're at in life, regardless of who we are, regardless of where we come from, regardless of what our economical status is, or regardless of what our goals and dreams that we've accomplished or the ones that we have on our dream boards today. Regardless of that, we have to start doing what is necessary. Start taking those steps, being on these webinars, being part of these trainings, being connected to the team, understanding what the company's goals and missions and focuses are, and aligning your goals and your dreams with that. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but aligning those with the company that's going to help you achieve those goals and dreams are very important. Those are the necessary steps. And then we start doing what's possible. We start expanding. We start stretching into those areas of our life that, might not always be comfortable, but we have to start stretching and getting out of our comfort zone. Because the definition of insanity is to do the same things over and over again and expect a different result. As I drive into work and you start seeing the same people and you start seeing these zombie faces coming into the office every day, you start wondering, what is it that's going through their head? If they turned off their brain and they're just listening to the radio and they're just going through the motions as they drive into work or they start getting into their daily activities, or are they somebody that's putting one step in front of the other, understanding that where they're at today doesn't necessarily mean that they can't grow and develop, that where they're at today doesn't mean that they can't be somewhere better tomorrow. So we start doing what's possible, and then suddenly we're doing the impossible. We start outgrowing our dreams and our goals and our passions. We start becoming more, and we start growing into the person that we were born to be. Because, see, every one of us was born with the seeds of greatness. And we just need to be able to have a place to plant those seeds of greatness. And that's why St. Francis's quote was something that just truly stood out for me today. Start doing what is necessary, then start doing what's possible, and then suddenly we're doing the impossible. Absolutely. So let's talk about getting started. And I'm going to start getting started with the packs that XANGO actually has offered in the U.S. and Canada. Now, if you're calling in, like our good friend Hans from the Isle of Man, got it right this time, you guys have got packs that are available in different markets. See, the Power of Three is so unique in the sense that it can go across any languages, across any cultures, across anything, because it's a true duplication model. It's getting back to the fundamentals. And so tonight, as I'm going through these packs for the U.S. and Canada, I want you to start thinking about, if you're calling in from these international markets, understanding how these packs apply here. But the principles will always remain true because that's what they are. The first pack, the XANGO Mini, was something that we just barely introduced just a little while ago. It's something that is it's exciting. It's at a lower price point. It breaks down some of those barriers. You get 40 servings of each. It's important that as we introduce these product packs that you understand that they're developed not only to create a sampling program so that you can introduce other people to the XANGO lifestyle. And remember, I said introduce, not sell. Introduce, connect. You know, these are words that we have to start talking about. But it's important that you develop your very own personal stories. It's important that you develop your product stories, because it's your stories that's going to connect people to their dreams. It's your stories that's going to connect people and move them to action and putting them into the place to drive home where they need to be, where they want to be. And so the XANGO Mini is set up so that you have personal 30 days, ignite in the morning, limitless in the afternoon, reload at night, 3 a day, build your story, have your best day yet, filling that. And then you're getting samples, 10 of each. You save over $98, free sign-up, shipping and handling included, $165, 100 PV, retails over $263. So huge savings of over $98. Then we have the old faithfuls, what I like to call it, the XANGO 3D. It's a 3-day, give 3 away. 60 servings of each. Personal, you have 30 days, morning, noon, and night. It's 1 a day, give 1 away. You know, the other one, you get 10 samples. You know, those are it's kind of that introductory, getting started. You know, this is one of those that's like, you know what? I see the potential. I believe in myself. I'm going to dive in. I'm going to do this. I get 30 samples for myself. I get 30 samples to share. I'm saving over $160. It includes shipping and handling, free sign-up with a 3-month commitment, $259.99, 200 PV. Retails over $420. Huge savings with that one. Plus, you get a water bottle with that one. And then we have the XANGO 3D Juice. You know, a lot of times I get the question, why didn't we, when we created the sampling program, why didn't we create it around the juice? And in some of the international markets, they're doing that. In this instance, you know, the juice will always be a category creator. It is a flagship product for us. It is a staple within the XANGO product line. We're not going to change it. We're not going to do anything to it because it works. You know, the thousands, the millions of testimonials in the last 12, 13 years since this company has been launched that have come in because of that product is overwhelming. And we want people to be able to consume and have that. And so we've introduced the XANGO 3D Juice, which is 60 servings of each, just like the one before, 30 personal, 30 samples. But you can upgrade with XANGO Juice and the XANGO Ageless product, which again is another one of those staple products that we're seeing tremendous testimonials of. Had some leaders that came in from California and Las Vegas today that was sitting around the table talking about their testimonial of the XANGO Ageless product, again including free sign-up. Saving over $200, retails over $700, which is just a phenomenal pack. Now, again, as I'm talking about these packs, it's important because when you dive into the plan, you dive into the power of 3, there's 8 simple steps. One of those crucial steps we'll talk about tonight is that of inviting, that of connecting people to what this program is. Because again, think about this. If you see what I see, you feel what I feel, you hear what I hear, you're going to come to the exact same conclusion that I came to, that XANGO is the vehicle that's going to drive me to my dreams and goals. XANGO is the place that's going to make me a better person each and every day. See, that's something that, you know, when the founders and the executive team, when they get together and they meet, they talk, you know, their overall tone of every meeting, regardless if we're talking about IT or we're talking about new products, we're talking about promotions, regardless of what those meetings are, the overall tone of those meetings are that we want to create an atmosphere for our XANGO distributors that if they're with us 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 100 years, no matter how long they're with us, that they always feel like that they got more out of the XANGO opportunity than what they put into it. And if we can do that, which we believe that we're on that path and that we're doing that, we're making consistent strides each and every day to create that type of atmosphere, that we are creating what we believe to be a legacy company. And at the end of the day, that's really what we all want. We want to have a great life while we're here, but we're constantly building a legacy, building a reputation, building something. And I was talking with a gentleman right before this call, which is why I was late getting on 2 minutes. I apologize. Always want to be avid, starting right on our start time. But we're talking about building a legacy that 20, 30 years, 40 years from now, what are our children going to look back and see what we built? What kind of a legacy? And me, something that I'm very proud of, aligning my resources with XANGO, is that 20, 30 years from now, this company is still going to be around. They're still going to be thriving. They're still going to be growing. And yet my kids are going to be able to look back at what their dad was a part of and look at that legacy. And that's something that is so important for me, being that example for my family and my kids. And I know it's important to you guys. It's important to all of us. It's just human nature that we want to build a solid legacy. And so these packs are the introduction. The packs is what we get started on, the packs. But what we do is we dive into the power of 3. There's the plan. There's the 8 simple steps, which I'm going to go to here in a little bit. But we've devised the plan to be able to be set up in 3 different targets. You can do it in 30, 60, 90 days. You can do it in target 1, target 2, target 3. That's one of the things with XANGO is that we're always going to set up a place and an atmosphere that we're going to run as fast as you're willing to run. If you can only crawl, we're going to crawl with you. If you can only walk, we're going to walk with you. If you can run, we're going to run with you. If you can sprint to the top of the mountain as fast as you can, we're going to sprint right alongside with you. And so this is why we've set this up, is because, this is a lifestyle. I believe that we don't do XANGO. I don't believe that we're part of XANGO. I don't believe that we sell XANGO products. I don't believe that we consume the XANGO products. I don't believe that we just hang out with XANGO people. I believe that we are XANGO. I am XANGO. I live XANGO. XANGO is part of my lifestyle. It's who I am. It's not something that I do. It's not something that I'm associated with. It's who I am. It embodies me because my core values, my core commitments, my dreams, my passions, my integrity aligns with the founders and the executive team of this company. And that's why I'm proud each and every week to get on these webinars with you. That's why I'm proud when I get on the phone individually with you. That's why I'm proud when these leaders come into the office and we're able to sit down and have these conversations. I'm proud because I am XANGO. I'm part of this company. And so when we start looking at the power of 3, what this is it's something that is a roadmap. It's a path. It helps you when you get started. If you haven't done so already, please go to XANGO.com, click on the power of 3, download this PDF. You can laminate it. You can print it on any color paper you want. You can put it in your bathroom. You can put it in your refrigerator. You can put it at your work next to your desk. You can, I don't care if you put it in the shower with you. But this is something that you should be looking at each and every day. This is something that you should be consuming inside you. These are the 8 steps. I understand. What are the 8 steps? I understand them. I'm living them. What's my target 1? What's my target 2? What's my target 3? And this is absolutely, Roland just said, this is the way to succeed. I couldn't agree with you more, Roland. This is a proven path. And you guys have seen over the last couple of months as we've rolled out new tools, the My XANGO Builder, the Tax Deductor, the XANGO AMP app, which is phenomenal, and it's delivering incredible results. The testimonials that are coming from that is that I believe that in an industry of over 100 years, this industry has been around for over 100 years, and maybe you're listening for the first time tonight because somebody invited you here, or maybe you're listening for the first time tonight because you just barely joined and you're trying to figure out what this is, or maybe you've been with us for those 12 or 13 years and you're not happy with where you're at and you want to go somewhere. I can tell you this, in an industry that's over 100 years old, that did over $178 billion last year, there's been a lot of companies, a lot of legacy companies that's been able to show people how to be successful. But for the very first time in this industry's history, we can teach you how to be successful. I can plug you into a system, a true duplication model, a plan that if you do these steps, you follow these 8 steps, and you plug into the tools, and you plug into the trainings, and you come to the meetings, and you show up in Las Vegas, and you do these simple steps, and we're making it simpler and easier so that we can empower you with the message, I can guarantee you success. And again, if you're going to crawl, I'll crawl with you. If you're going to walk, I'll walk with you. If you're going to run, you're going to sprint, we're going to roll, whatever it is, however you want to move forward, I will move forward with you just as long as we're moving forward. This company will match step for step, walk for walk, run for run, sprint for sprint. Heck, some of you probably are going to fly. We'll fly right alongside you because that's what the Power of 3 is designed to do. It's doing that. The first target, everybody's first goal should be, how do I, if I follow these steps, my first goal should be, I want to earn enough money so that my products are free. I want to make this investment whole as quickly as possible. I want you guys to understand that this is a business that is supposed to be self-sustainable. What does that mean? It's a business that you're not having to invest to month after month because it's soon paying for itself. If you start doing that, commit to the 3 months, enroll on AutoShip, get your XANGO Rush ticket, like us on XANGO's Facebook wall. How many of you guys have actually been, if you're on social media, how many of you guys go to the XANGO Facebook wall and look at some of those things? Sample, you got to start the plan, the 3 a day, give 3 away, sample 30 people, show the plan 3 times a week, connecting people to that. This is something that's here. And Brenda's asking about the meeting code for the iPads changed. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to talk about the iPads here in just a second, Brenda. So the first step is, what we're trying to do is to help people get their business self-sustainable. Target 2 is, not only am I earning enough to pay for my product, but I'm earning a little bit of extra money. What am I putting that towards? I don't know. Maybe you're putting it towards credit card debt. Maybe you're putting it towards a dream vacation. Maybe you're putting it towards your mortgage. Maybe you're putting it towards a child's tuition at school. I don't know what that is, but I can guarantee you that that little extra money is rewarding. Some of these people, I'm seeing Facebook posts of people earning $65 or $200 or $300. And to some of us, that might not seem like a lot, but for some of us, it seems like a lot. It's life-changing. It's literally seeing people's lives change, and it is so exciting. That second tier, that second target, that second month, depending on how fast you're running, should be, not only am I earning enough to pay for my product, but I'm earning enough to spend where I want. The third target is our ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal is to create thousandaires. Our goal is that in the very near future, and I believe that this next wave of XANGO, we're going to accomplish this, and we're going to blow this one out of the water, and we're going to have to come up with a bigger, greater, stronger goal. Is we want to create 1 million thousandaires. We want 1 million people every month earning $1,000 or more through our compensation plan. What does that mean? $1,000 is life-changing to people. It's a mortgage payment. It's being able to travel with their family. It's maybe bringing a spouse home from a part-time job. It's maybe being able to give somebody the little bit of breathing room that they needed at the end of the month. How many of you guys have more month than you have paycheck? At the end of your paycheck, you're still a little bit long in the month, as Ray Heron always likes to say. This is an opportunity to be able to do that. And yeah, we've got life-changing incomes. We've got people that are earning 7 figures a year, 6 figures a month, in our compensation plan, but we don't necessarily talk about that because sometimes that is so unimaginable. Sometimes people who are getting started and they're just getting out of the gate, sometimes it's so hard for them to look at that and think, I could do that. I could become a millionaire this year. But a lot of people, that $1,000, that extra $500 to $1,000 a month, I can do that. I can get out of my comfort zone. I can do the 8 steps. I can plug into the plan. I can do the things that I need to do so that I can be successful, so that I can change my circumstances, so that I can start growing. The way that we do that is through the plan. 8 simple steps. Number 1, define your why. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I'm going to go through them here in just a second. Number 1, define your why. 2, set goals. 3, make a list. 4, sample and invite. 5, 6, and 7, and 8, we're going to talk about on, not next week, but the week after that's webinar. But press play, showing the plan, being able to do that. And I'm going to talk about how those tools and the tools that we have and how you can plug into that so that it's not you having to come up with a message. It's not you having to sit and talk about the products. It's not you. It's that third-party validation. And there's that aspect of it. There's 6, follow up. Being able to follow up with people. That app is the #1 follow-up tool that I've ever seen, and it is exclusive to XANGO. Nobody else has that. You have the opportunity to put in customers. You have distributors. You have the opportunity to be able to do that. It is phenomenal. And then #7 is connecting with the team, getting them on the weekly webinar trainings, plugging people in so that they understand that it's just not their neighbor that they just saw take out the garbage in their underwear as their business partner, that this is a global business. This is a multi-billion-dollar brand that is in 40-some-odd countries. I don't even know. I've lost count. Over 40 countries around the world. Millions of people are a part of this organization, and so it's important that we connect them with the team, helping them understand that this is something that's bigger, greater than anything that we could ever accomplish on our own, and now there's an opportunity to be able to plug in and partner with. You've got people that care about you, people that are going to help you accomplish your goals and your dreams. And then #8, I believe that if you do, you get the opportunity. #8, that if you do XANGO correctly, you will outgrow your dreams, and you'll have to replace them with bigger, better, stronger dreams and goals. Think about that. Sometimes that's really unimaginable. It is something that people have a hard time understanding. It's a hard time for people to be able to see and to understand, to be able to think, oh my goodness, I literally could outgrow my goals and my dreams. What does that mean? You know, and that's an opportunity that we have to be able to make it so that we can help people outgrow their goals and dreams. I see some people that are still looking for their username and password for the Get Amped. Tom Ferrier, thank you. You beat me, but I just posted a link there. Click on that. Go fill that out, and they will get your username and password immediately to the Get Amped app immediately. So let's go in and start looking at the steps here. Define your why. Some of you, you know, when we're little kids, we have these big goals, we have these dreams, we have these opportunities to dream. We can be anything, you know, because nobody's told us no. We've never failed. We've never, you know, put our heart into something and figured out that we, you know, for whatever reason it didn't come true. You know, so maybe you wanted to be a ballerina, maybe you wanted to be an astronaut, maybe you wanted to be a firefighter, maybe you wanted to be a cowboy, maybe you wanted to be a teacher. Some of you have accomplished some of those childhood dreams. But what's next? What's that next step? Some of us never did accomplish our childhood dreams. You know, for me, I wanted to be Wonder Woman. Don't laugh. Don't poke fun at me. I think it's because of people who are laughing right now is the reason why I'm not Wonder Woman. And maybe I am a closet Wonder Woman, or maybe I was a confused little boy. I don't know what it was. But, you know, it's the importance of being able to have a goal and a dream and having something to think about. Think the unimaginable. You know, one of my favorite quotes says that everything that is real today was first imagined yesterday. Think about that. Think about the cell phones. Everything that is real today was first imagined yesterday. What are you imagining your life like tomorrow, today? What are you imagining your goals and your dreams to be? And then once we've identified what our dream is, once we've identified what that is, once we understand what our dream is, and there's a significant difference between goals and dreams. They are not the same thing. Goals and dreams are going to, the goals or the action items, the things that we can measure, the steps that we're going to take to achieve our dreams. To accomplish our goals is getting us closer to achieving our dreams. And so you have to set big goals and little goals. Little goals are the daily activities, the steps that's going to drive you to it. The big goals are going to be the milestones. Those are going to be your rank advancement bonuses that you can see yourself cashing and what you're going to do with those rank advancement bonuses. It's your driving your dream bonus. It's your, you know, it's your walking across stage, being able to tell your story in front of tens of thousands of people. It's seeing your story influence and change millions of people's lives because of people. You know, if you think you're alone, if you think you're alone in your current situation, if you think you're the only person that feels the way that you do today, you're absolutely wrong. Probably 9 out of 10 people feel the exact same thing you are. Probably 9 out of 10 people that you come in contact with every day have the same worries and same stresses that you do in some facet or another. You have the keys to be able to drive those people to their goals, their dreams. And so that gets me to my next point. Make a list. You have to make a list. Sit down and write a list. Don't judge people. Don't prejudge people. Please don't do that. It's unfair to those people. You know, I've said it a million times, and I'll say it until my last breath. I would not be the person I was today if somebody would have judged my family and my situation when I was younger. I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have had the opportunities to travel over to 27 international countries, seeing tens of thousands of people's lives change around the world if somebody had judged my mom when I was little. Don't judge people. Sit down. Make a list. We all know people who have aches and pains. We all know people who have trouble sleeping. We all know people who have stress in their life. We all know people who don't have enough energy in their life. We all know people who are struggling financially. Sit down and make a list. And once you've made that list, we sample and invite. Now I have the picture of the worker bees. Why? Because the worker bees, if you think about it, every time you place your best day yet sample in somebody's hand, it's like duplicating yourself. You know, in those packs that have 30 samples, if I handed out 30 samples in 30 days, I've literally duplicated myself 30 times. I've got little worker bees, these little sample packets that are out there doing the work. I've told them my story. They're going to go out and experience that, and that's all the next thing I have to do is just follow up. But get good at telling your story, because I can guarantee you those people are thinking, am I a crawler? Am I a walker? Am I a runner? Am I a sprinter? Those people that are thinking about which one of those people that you fall into those categories is going to be the people who place the samples out and the people who can tell their story the very best. Facts tell, stories sell. Get out of the details. What's the stories? Start connecting people to what it is they're looking for. John Maxwell in his book, Put Your Dreams to the Test, says that disappointment is the gap between people's dreams and their realities. It's our job, it's our responsibility as the XANGO Nation to bridge that gap between people's dreams and the reality so that they don't have disappointment in their lives and we have that success. So that's steps 1 through 4. I know I've got just 1 minute left, so bear with me. Brenda, you were asking about the iPad promo. We have the iPad promo. There's a website up. It's ready. It's live. It's there. This is how we do it. We've got these little boxes, box 1, box 2, box 3. All you got to do is check the boxes, and you're going to have a brand new iPad. This promotion is for those of us here in the U.S. and Canada. I know that there's promotions running in the international markets. Check with your local GMs to find out what those are. But here in the U.S., we have the iPad promo. What you have to do is purchase one of these XALO 3D packs for 2 consecutive months. In the months of May, June, July, August, one of those, 2 of those consecutive months, sponsor 10, any combination of distributors and or customers within 60 days of your initial 3D purchase price, pack purchase, and then attend the XANGO Rush Convention in September and redeem your prize on the main stage. Imagine that. Vision that. See that. See yourself standing on stage getting handed your brand new iPad because of the work that you did. Now think about this for 1 second. 100 TV. You know, you bring in a combination of 10 distributors, customers on just 100 PV. 10 is 1,000. Picture that. People on your team earning iPads are promoting up to be 1Ks. I promote up some 1Ks, what do I become? A 5K. I promote up some 5Ks, what do I become? A 20K. I promote up some 20Ks, what do I become? A Premier. I become a Premier, I promote up some Premiers, what do I become? A 100K. Think about this. The success of this promotion will drive your business. Get behind it. Promote it. Plug into it. Get excited about it, because this is a promotion that will drive your business. And because of all of the technology and all the tools with the apps and everything else, we want you to have an iPad. I want you to be sitting at convention, which leads me to my next one, sitting there with your brand new iPad, downloading this really cool app that's going to be available at convention based on these brand new products that we have that are sitting here. And I want you to download the app, and I want you to instantaneously have all of the before and after pictures on your iPad. The testimonials on there, the science, the PDFs, the videos, everything right here from this app. And I want you to be able to share it instantly on social media. I want you to be able to email a friend or a family member or text them and be able to see that. ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I've attended a few XANGO conventions in my day. Not all of them, but I've attended a few of them. And I am going to guarantee you, XANGO Rush at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, September 9th through the 12th, will be the greatest convention in the company's history. Why? Because we are going to have the biggest product launch in the company's history that's going to be here. These products are amazing. I am so excited. I sometimes have to stop myself because I'm so excited. I'm going to talk about it, and I know as soon as I do, I'm going to get beaten. So I got to make sure that I don't. But the XANGO Rush convention, make sure. I know you're on this webinar. I know you're going. I know you're there. I know you're plugged in. I know that you've already got your tickets bought. I know you've got your airline tickets bought, or you've figured out how you're going to get there. You've got your hotels reserved. If you haven't, make sure you do so immediately, because I know they're selling out, but make sure you are at the Rush convention, because I guarantee you, not only the person who's sitting there at convention, not only will they see and feel and experience, but they are going to have a tremendous head start on everybody else who wasn't there, because they got the tools, the products, the science, the testimonials, everything that they needed. Their businesses are going to explode. And so you're going to want your teammates there. You're going to want to experience it with them there, because you're going to have so much fun sharing these products and sharing the stories and sharing the before and after that you're not going to have time to stop and recap convention with your teammates. So make sure they're there, save you some time, save you some energy, and then live the life you deserve. Where? The Mexican Riviera. Who? You. Tune in to XANGO.com/paradise. It's January 2016. This is a trip. This is the first time an incentive trip with this company has been available to every person. Even if you're listening to this webinar and you haven't signed up yet, we want you on this trip. We're going to paint the beaches orange. We're excited. So there's 3 things that I want you to take away from this webinar. 3 areas to focus on this week. 3 areas that you should focus on with your team. 3 areas that you should focus on in your personal life. Number 1, earn the iPad. Earn the iPad. 2, get to the XANGO Rush convention. Figure it out. If you have to hitchhike, if you have to invent an airplane and build it and fly here, whatever you got to do, you want to make sure you're sitting in the seats in September, because it's going to be an incredible event. And then you earn the trip. I guarantee you, if you do those 3 things, you can't help but build a residual income. You can't help but get the fast cash, and you can't help but build the leadership pay. These are the 3 areas to focus on. And in true fashion, bear with me, I got one last quote. Don't worry about getting perfect, just keep getting better. You know, I think a lot of times in people, when they get into this business, I think that they focus on, I've got to understand all of the science behind these products. I've got to know everything there is to know about this compensation plan. I've got to know everything there is to know about the founders and the executive team, and I've got to know everything there is to know about my upline. You know, what does she eat for breakfast? What does he wear? What leg does he put in his pants first? You know, whatever it is. Don't worry about getting perfect. Just keep getting better every day. Keep focusing on your goals. Keep focusing on your dreams. Get good at telling your story. Understand how to place a sample in people's hands. Get focused on those areas. Get focused on tuning in to the people that you can connect with the XANGO opportunity to be able to bless their lives. Don't worry about getting perfect. Just keep getting better every day, and I guarantee you, you will be successful. I guarantee you that you will plant those seeds of greatness that are inside you, and you will grow into the person that you were born to be. I guarantee it. And with that, I hope you can hear the excitement in my voice. It's your time. I know it's your time. You wouldn't be on this webinar if it wasn't your time. And I know it's our time, because I can hear the excitement every day. There's people, I'm looking out my office window here, and there's people that are sitting here working frantically for a goal and common purpose. They know it's our time. They're excited. And the time is now. It's a beautiful thing when your personal timing and the company's timing comes together. That's when legacies are born. That's when the stories the stories that we all have heard in the past, that's when it happens. And I'm going on the record, I know in the next 12 years we're going to do 3 to 4 times more than we did in the first 12 years. Why? Because we've got back to the fundamentals. Why? Because people have challenged us. People have looked at us, and people have said that we couldn't do it. and we've rose above those challenges. We've rose above those challenges with integrity, with passions, with dreams, with a fire in our gut, because we are sprinting and we're going to make this happen. The time is now. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for coming on the webinar. Sorry for being a little bit long-winded tonight, but I am extremely excited. I'm passionate about it. Thank you for each and everything that you guys do every day. Thank you for waving the XANGO flag so proudly so that I can call this place my home. I'm grateful that you call it your home as well. God bless you. Have a wonderful night. See you next week.